All righty, everybody. Welcome back into another edition of the Playbook Podcast. We are really excited for today. Got a decent amount to talk about. This should be a fun episode. Episode 23. If you include the Sunday episode that me and Trey did discussing massive NBA trade. We got a lot more NBA trades to discuss today, and for the first time ever, I thought about this. Got a decent amount to talk about. This should be a fun episode. This is episode 23 if you include the Sunday episode that me and Trey did discussing a massive NBA trade. We got a lot more NBA trades to discuss today, and for the first time ever, I actually thought about this while getting ready for this. This is the first time that a normal episode is going to start off with NBA, and the Super Bowl is in a couple days. So that just lets you know how insane the NBA's been. But before we get started, again, I am one of your hosts, Nick, joined by my buddy here, Trey, and we're gonna just hop right in. So you guys know the Luka trade. The Luka trade happened a couple days ago. We did an episode talking about that. So we are gonna talk about some other trades, and then we're going to jump back into that one. So while we were gone, literally, I said that some more moves were going to happen in between that episode we did on Sunday and now. And since then, we've had some massive, massive trades. So the first one, De'Aaron Fox headed to the San Antonio Spurs. This trade was completed February. I don't actually remember the date that this trade was completed.
I think wasn't it Sunday too?
I think it might have been Sunday afternoon.
Yeah,
I think it might have been Sunday evening, something like that. Let me see here. Yes, it was February 2nd. That was Sunday. So it did happen Sunday too. Crazy, crazy. So the Luka trade happened late Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then this trade happened Sunday evening. So this trade, big one. Got a lot of moving parts here. So the Spurs got De'Aaron Fox, Jordan McLaughlin. The Kings got Zach LaVine, 3 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks, which is crazy to think about after looking at what the Lakers got. Or, I'm sorry, what the Mavs got for Luka. It's just, De'Aaron Fox is getting you 6 total picks, 3 first-rounders, 3 seconds, and Zach LaVine's a very good player as well. And the Bulls got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own 2025 first-round pick back from the Spurs. So this is a big deal. We actually saw De'Aaron Fox make his opener with the Spurs tonight versus the Hawks. Is actually very good. It was actually a very good. Game, I believe. And I do believe Jaden will be joining us here shortly. So when he hops in, just we'll get him up to speed. But this is a big deal. Wemby gets another superstar. I don't know about superstar, but he gets another star. He gets a star to play along with him. They look like they played very well together. And overall, let me pull up the box score really quickly from that game because it did happen. The Spurs won by 1. So De'Aaron Fox had 24 points, 5 rebounds, 13 assists, 3 steals. Wemby had 24 points, 12 rebounds. So this is definitely going to work. What do you think about that trade?
Yeah, I think it's a good trade. Number one, glad to hear Zach LaVine's out of the Chicago now because I've been hearing that for 2 seasons now, and finally it's happened. So thank God for that. I think it's a good move. I think they're trying to move after Chris Paul's career. De'Aaron Fox, he's a young star too, and he ain't all like Chris Paul. Top of that, I think crap. Sorry, I'm off topic. Sorry, my bad, guys. I think it was a good move from the Spurs. De'Aaron Fox actually has a team now. I'm a little disappointed how the Kings kind of fell apart because they went a couple years ago. They were third in the West, and then unfortunately they got bounced out by Golden State in that 2023 NBA playoffs. But overall, I'm glad Darren Fox has a new team to play with and they're actually a young star. Because Wembanyama, probably the best young prospect in the NBA right now.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
right now, I mean, I don't know. I think Ant Man is right behind him too. It's a 1B for me for Ant Man and Luca. But right now, he Wembanyama probably a future superstar in the NBA. But Darren Fox, congrats to you, and I think they'll run well the pick and roll, and
Hmm.
they're trying to move out from. I think they'll move Chris Paul to the bench, and it's weird because Chris Paul is a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest point guards of all time, arguably one, probably in my opinion, top six point guard of all time in my opinion.
Hmm.
But they're trying to move off, trying to move into the future. And I don't. In my opinion, I don't know why the Suns left Chris Paul out of the dirt like that. Because after they released Chris Paul to the another team, to Golden State, Chris number one, his Suns fell apart.
Yeah.
Number two, Chris Paul's career has hit some lack of confidence in himself. So I tough about the trade and shout out and Darren Fox and Wemby will work well together.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think one of the big things about this trade is that the the Spurs didn't have to give up very much because the Bulls were pretty big. I mean, so they gave away a couple picks. They still have a ton of draft capital left. They didn't
Yeah,
have to give up Stephon Castle or Jeremy Shohan or Keldon Johnson, kind of their young core. And
right.
then they didn't have to get rid of Chris Paul or Harrison Barnes, who are that more veteran roles. So I was very impressed with the job they did. For the Kings, I'm not quite sure what this means for the Kings. I don't think they got better.
No, they
Um,
didn't.
they added a decent amount of draft capital, which is very good to have, of course. But I don't think Zach Levine is going to make them a contender. We saw Zach Levine and Zach Levine and DeMar DeRozan on the same team in Chicago before, and that's not a championship roster. So, Domantas Sabonis, Zach Levine, DeMar DeRozan, they might get a little scary, and they might be able to win here. They might be able to win a series in the playoffs if they get a lucky roll in the round that they play in. So it really just depends. But overall, I was pretty disappointed by what the Bulls got back. So they got Zach Collins, who's fine. I don't think Zach Collins is very good at all. They got Trey Jones, Kevin Huter in a first round. This is a weird one for me for the Bulls. I don't really know what the point of this was. I
Yeah,
feel like I feel like they could have gotten rid of Zach Levine and gotten a much much better return. I mean, the
yeah,
three players they got aren't you know crazy good. They're
right.
really not. And the first round pick, they get their own pick back. I don't know. Weird for the Bulls, but I guess they were just ready to move on. They'll open up some cap space and might be able to make some moves in free agency. So yeah,
Right.
I'm not very, very impressed by that. But we're going to move on here. We're going to talk about a trade that quite literally happened not even 2 hours ago. This is fresh off the press here. Jimmy Butler. He
Hmm.
is a Golden State Warrior. Um, yeah, I can't believe it actually happened. They got it done. This is an interesting trade. Let's go through the details real quickly here. So the Heat. This is a 5-team trade. This is a massive trade. So I'm going to pull up the full details from Shams, because I feel like that's going to be the best way to get a feel for all of this. So Shams, he breaks it down for us here. This is a crazy trade. Let me pull it up here just so I can get everyone involved. This is a interesting one. I'm not sure if the Warriors got much better. So here we go. So the Miami Heat got Jimmy Butler. I'm sorry, they traded Jimmy Butler. The Warriors obviously got Jimmy Butler for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a first round pick. And then Dennis Schroeder is headed to he went to Utah, and then PJ Tucker is going to the Heat, and then Kyle Anderson was supposed to go to the Raptors, but he ends up staying on the Heat because the trade fell through. Craziness. It really was crazy.
Yeah.
It was nuts how it all happened. And then moments after, Jimmy Butler signs a 2-year, $121 million extension with the Heat.
Yeah.
That's $60 million a year. Jimmy Butler's 35. It's been a long time since Jimmy Butler has played. I am not sure if that's a great choice there, but still, they still did it, and they did. I mean, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that Jimmy Butler trade, Trey?
Yeah, I think number one, thank God I have to hear about Jimmy Butler in the news no more about him being suspended and evacuated, and again, like basically a fine for all the stuff he's doing right now as a Miami Heat player. Pat Riley basically kind of ruined the chemistry between them two. That's number one. Number two is this: I don't think this will help Golden State at all. I think Golden State Warriors are a good team, but they're falling apart. In my opinion, what's Jimmy going to do there? He ain't going to compete for a championship. He ain't going to compete for a conference finals run or a playoff run.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler literally hasn't played any game whatsoever in the regular season.
yeah.
Like, think about that. Jimmy Butler has not played one single game in the regular season at all. And it's probably basically, as a Miami Heat, he's always hurt. Either that or he doesn't feel like playing no more. I'm like, dude, make up your mind, bro. Quit being a diva.
Mm-hmm.
I'm what the Warriors are wasting their freaking money on Jimmy Butler, in my opinion. Sure. People say Jimmy Butler didn't have help in Miami. He had Bam Adebayo, an all-star caliber player.
Yeah.
And it's just annoying how this guy doesn't. I'm tired of hearing about it, about Jimmy Butler overall.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess Golden State Warriors are wasting their money on this. They're gonna make a playoff run. That's how it's gonna be, and they ain't gonna do any run in the playoffs.
Yeah. I don't know. So real quickly, Andrew Wiggins. I'm going to give his stats. I'm going to give Jimmy Butler stats, and I want Jaden's opinion on. Jaden. I don't even know if you know about this trade because it literally happened 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it come up across my watch, and
yeah,
I saw Jimmy Butler and Warriors in the same sentence, and I was highly confused.
Yeah,
me too.
It all happened so quickly. It kind of just went from 0 to 100, and I heard reports that Jimmy Butler didn't want to go to the Warriors, and then I heard reports that and apparently he did. But here's the stats: Andrew Wiggins this season, 17.6 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 2.4 assists. Okay, that's a solid player. That's a really good player. Okay, here's Jimmy Butler's stats this year: 17 points per game, 5 rebounds, 4.8 assists per game. So they basically traded away a younger Jimmy Butler. So Andrew Wiggins is 29. Jimmy Butler's 35. They also got PJ Tucker in the deal. By the way, it worked. So instead of getting Dennis Schroeder, they ended up getting PJ Tucker. And then they also are getting Kyle Anderson, and they get a first-round pick. I don't know if this makes sense for the Warriors. I guess your early thoughts on this, Jaden, since it literally just happened.
Well, my deal is if you look at the reason why he's been suspended, all the suspensions that he's been through, why would the Warriors want him?
Yeah.
He's been suspended for a lot during the season. He got suspended indefinitely, and then the Warriors were like, hey, let's pick up that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's a bad move on their part. I mean, I don't know what's up with all these what are you doing trades, but I guess it's just that's what 2025 holds.
Yeah, it's It's perplexing. I think the other perplexing part about it was that extension they gave him.
Yeah.
$121 million. That's $60 million. Guys, for instance, LeBron James makes $40 million a year. This is the ridiculous amount of money.
Mhm.
And it's for 2 years. That means at the end of this, Jimmy Butler will be 37. He's not LeBron James in terms of longevity or being able to keep his body, or KD, or even his now teammate Steph Curry. I'm not so sure. I think the Warriors were desperate. This seems like a desperate move to me.
Yeah.
They were just so desperate to add because they saw the Lakers get Luka. They saw even the Mavs getting, AD. They saw the Spurs get De'Aaron Fox and the Kings get Zach LaVine. And so this was their second choice. I don't know if you guys saw the reports. They tried to trade for KD for a whole week.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
KD didn't want to go there.
So he had no reason to go there. So they tried to do that. And then I get a report. The Warriors dream of adding Giannis Antetokounmpo. Guys, I dream of being a millionaire. I dream of having lots of money and driving around in nice cars and
You have a nice car though.
nicer. I'm talking like Ferraris. I'm talking McLarens, flying around in private jets. I dream of that. Does that mean it's going to happen? No. So they dreamed of getting Giannis. They're obviously not going to get Giannis.
No.
They wanted KD. KD said, "I'm good. Thanks, little bro." They want to add probably Jokic. They probably wanted everybody. And then they go for the disgruntled 35-year-old who's now, constantly injured and has an attitude problem in Jimmy Butler, who's not good in the regular season.
Yeah,
Guys,
which is weird.
They need help in the regular season. This team is in just an absolute bout for the play-in spot with 4 other teams. There's 4 teams tied at the bottom of the Western Conference right now. So you give away depth, you give away young players, you give away draft assets for an old guy who's not good in the regular season. I don't get it. It just seems purely desperate to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if maybe, a change is what Jimmy Butler needs for maybe like turn him around, and maybe he'll get his head straight with the new team. Because I really, unless he's just absolutely insane, I don't think that he'll come in and start coming and playing like he's been with the team forever. I think he'll learn to find his groove. So I don't know, maybe a change would be good for him, but still coming from the Warriors side, I think you're right. It's just one of those desperation things that, they needed somebody, so they got anybody that they can get. So
Yeah. That's what it seemed like. The other problem is they want playoff Jimmy. Well, playoff Jimmy has to be playoff Jimmy for 4 months because you have to be playoff Jimmy to make it to the playoffs now because you're in this tight race. Jimmy Butler, if Jimmy Butler's not good, they're not making the play-in.
Yeah, they're not. Right now they're like 11th in the West. So
we could take a look real quickly here at the NBA standings. If we look at the Western Conference, it's an absolute bloodbath down there. So you get to 8th, and that's where it gets tied. You have the Kings at 25 and 24. They just added Zach LaVine. They lost De'Aaron Fox, but I don't think they got worse. I don't think they got better. They're about the same. The Suns are 25 and 24. They're probably going to be 25 and 25 after tonight. They're losing to the Thunder right now. So you'll get that added benefit. But KD's about to come back, and when KD plays with Devin Booker, this team is 23 and 11.
Yeah.
So they're very, very good when Booker and KD are on the floor. Okay, now the Warriors, 25 and 24. The Mavericks, 26 and 25. They might be able to do something. They better, or the city of Dallas is going to explode. The Spurs are right on the heels there, and they just added De'Aaron Fox. So you want playoff Jimmy for 4 months.
Yeah.
Are you going to get him for 4 months?
No.
Heck no.
No.
Absolutely not. So I don't know.
I feel like this is a trade that you look at in the postseason, but midseason, especially when you're desperate to try to make the playoffs.
Yeah. This doesn't seem great to me unless Jaden's right. Jimmy gets there. He's rejuvenated. He's magically feels so much better and starts playing great basketball. That's definitely a possibility. I'm just not truly convinced that that's what's going to happen. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget too. They compared this guy to Michael. They call this guy Michael Jordan's son. That was and Jordan played every freaking game, and Jimmy Butler is a diva.
yeah, I'm not sold on this. I don't really know. We'll see. I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah,
But I don't know how much better the Warriors got from this.
to me, they
I,
didn't get any better at all.
I
But
really don't
they
know.
need a big man. Number one, they have no big man whatsoever. Draymond Green, he looks old.
Yeah.
Looks old. He doesn't look the same no more.
Curry looks old too.
He
Yeah.
looks old. But hey, you know what? Don't go there because people are gonna be mad and people are gonna be mad and but yeah. But you know what? If that was LeBron.
Yeah, Steph Curry hasn't played great. 22 points on 43% shooting. That's not ideal. This is definitely one of the worst seasons he's had in his career.
Yeah, that's
It's
wild.
concerning. It's definitely concerning. It's I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works. They're desperate. We'll see if they make something. If they
Right.
make it happen. I don't know. I don't know. But we're gonna move on here. We're gonna go back to the Luka trade because I want to get Jaden's thoughts on this. We haven't been able to talk to Jaden about it yet. Jaden, when you saw, so I'm imagining you were like the rest of the country. Most of the country woke up Sunday morning, checked your phone, and you saw Luka Doncic was a Laker. What was your initial thoughts when you saw that?
Well, my first thing that I did is I went and looked at every sports social media, every sports page, just to make sure that they were all like it was legit because I didn't believe it. I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to all my sources, all the sources that were out there just to make sure there was no like anything out crazy and like
Yeah.
it was legit. Anthony Davis went to Dallas and Luka's a Laker now, so I was shocked. I don't know what. I mean, obviously, like the Lakers, they got Luka. I mean, they lost AD, but they got Luka. But then you look at Dallas, they lost Luka. Luka was Dallas.
Yeah.
Without Luka, there's no Dallas team. Luka brought Dallas to life. Nobody really paid attention to Dallas until
Yeah.
Luka came around.
Even the Cowboys were mediocre.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like, I mean, yes, AD is a good player, but what happens when he gets injured?
Yeah.
You know, um, they're not gonna have Luka there to to carry the weight. I know he hasn't really been playing, and I mean, their records kind of showed because of that. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think AD is it. I don't think it's bad for Dallas to get AD. I mean, he's a great player, but he's not always healthy. AD is very injury prone, and when they lose him, I mean, they're gonna lose. They're just gonna lose in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have enough, star players to carry the load and actually play good. So I mean, if Luka can go and drop, 70, 80 points on the Lakers, I mean, good for him. But I mean, if who knows, maybe it was a good move for them. Maybe they saw something that nobody else did. But I don't know. I don't know what. It just feels like a Warriors trade to me. It feels like a Warriors trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just strange. I've had a lot of time to think about this. And each day that passes, the more I think about it, the more dumb I think it is for the Mavs.
Yeah, man, it's over there
And since seeing what the Kings were able to get for De'Aaron Fox, which was 6 total draft picks, 3 being first rounders, 3 second rounders, and a very good player in Zach LaVine.
Right.
I'm confused still because we've seen tons of videos now coming out from LA of Luka being there. Luka's there. He was in shoot arounds today, guys. He's playing Saturday. He will make his debut Saturday against the Pacers. They announced, and that's like the normal time frame he was going to be on for Dallas. He was going to come. He's going to come back before the All-Star break. And we see him at shoot arounds, and he looks. There's reports that he weighs 270 pounds now. He does not look like he weighs 270 pounds.
No,
he looks like he did when he was frying the Timberwolves in the playoffs.
He looks the same.
And there's a video of LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves shooting around, and that's just crazy to think that they're all on the same team now. But
yeah,
I'm really excited to see this new look Lakers. I don't know if you guys watched the game yesterday. The Clippers played against the Lakers played against the Clippers, and LeBron was putting on a show for Luka on the bench there.
Yeah.
The Lakers dismantled the Clippers, and I'm told that, by Kendrick Perkins, that this is a horrible trade for the Lakers, and they lost the trade because Anthony Davis is a big man and plays defense. So that's what he told me. And then I see the Lakers go and beat a team with a big man in Zubats and just dominate them. LeBron looked like the best player on the floor with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard right next to him. LeBron's 40. He looked younger and more athletic than both of them.
Yeah.
It's just, and you're adding Luka to that.
Yeah. Once he comes in the game, it's only up from there.
Like Austin Reeves looked good. Rui Hachimura has been playing very well as of late. Jackson Hayes, even for once in his life, looked like he knows how to play basketball again. and I don't know if he's just scared of getting traded or he's finally finding his groove, but I just don't see how this is a bad trade for the Lakers. I really don't. Okay, I get it. They should trade for a big man, sure. Yeah. If they don't, they still have LeBron and Luka.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going anywhere. And then guess what? You're going to have to deal with AR too. So you have two of the clutchest players ever in the history of basketball in the playoffs in LeBron and Luka. So close game, 5 minutes left. You have to deal with both of them on the same team. And if you manage to figure out a way to stop Luka and LeBron, now you have to worry about your third worst defender guarding Austin Reeves. It's just like, that's not going to go great for you, I don't think.
Nah.
So we'll see. We'll see if the Lakers make any other moves. But I mean, have you guys thought, or Trey, have you thought any more about this trade? Or
yeah, I do. I have a little rant too because I heard something that made me mad, and about the anti-Laker fan that even Stephen A. a little bit kind of made me mad too for what he said. Here's the deal. Nick Wright put in good terms, by the way, on this podcast. Before I get into Nick Wright said, somebody said, people say all the time to me, LeBron's a ball hog. And has he always been ball hog his whole NBA career? You're telling me a guy that shoots 19.5 attempts from the field is a ball hog? Jordan shot 22.5% from the 22 attempts from the field. Larry Bird shot 33. I don't know if you knew this, guys. And then mid-range, Larry Bird shot from the mid-range, shot 33 attempts from the field. Kobe Bryant shot 25 points per attempts from the field. And guess what happened? In his prime, he has the most missed shots at the time in the history of the NBA. And people said Luka and LeBron won't work out because LeBron's a ball hog and all. Like, are you... Why in your right mind, do you have no basketball IQ? You should be banned for talking basketball. Because you know what? I don't know what basketball you were watching. You probably were playing 2K. Like, you know what? Look, I'm watching 2K. I've seen LeBron shoot up 20 shots a night. That's number one. I'm so sick and tired of hearing people saying that about stuff. LeBron moves good off the ball at 40 years old. He moves better off the ball than anybody I've ever seen since Steph Curry and Kobe Bryant combined. So for you to say LeBron's a ball hog and not really get off the ball, you're just full of yourself, and you should be banned from talking basketball in your lifetime. Number one. So I had to get that out of the way. I'm so mad. I was mad about that. I was so mad about that, man. Let's go to Stephen A. for a second. Stephen A. Smith, I love you, man. I think, in my opinion, I love your story. I love how you came back from being fired in 2009, and your career has been arisen. But for you to say Anthony Davis in the match or beating or winning the finals is just straight up blasphemy, bro. Stephen A. Smith, if you ever watch this one day, I know you know my name. I have your signature. You need to quit that stuff about AD and Kyrie, man. I don't know if you're scared of LeBron. I don't know why. I know why you're scared of LeBron. I get it. You have Jordan as a GOAT, and you don't want LeBron passing that, and you're afraid that if LeBron passes this guy as a GOAT, if you're afraid that LeBron will win his fifth ring and probably submit the GOAT debate, I get it. But come on, dude. I'll take the OKC in the West better than the Mavs. I'll take the Nuggets better than the Mavs right now. I'll take the Lakers better than the Mavs, bro. I'll probably take the Rockets and the Timberwolves better than the Mavs. Number 2. Now, Nick Wright. Thank God Nick Wright went on social media on his podcast and said this is actually a good move because they both had the same IQ. Nick Wright probably put it as the only positive dude I've seen about this trade a lot. Nick Wright made a good point. They have the same IQ together. They have better basketball intelligence. They both play alike. One's physical and on top of that, if Luka gets in shit like LeBron does, if he has a six pack, it's over for the league. It'll be over for the league, man. Like literally, Luka and LeBron shit is gonna be over. And then Mavs lost his trade, so Mavs didn't do anything good in this trade at all. But you had to say all that stuff. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. Yeah. It concern. If you and I think the biggest issue with this is turning into something completely different, but it's fine because we actually don't have much to talk about today because it's outside of the NBA, nothing really is happening. So this is fine. The NBA's biggest issue, I think, other than just the way the game's played now, because there's obviously some issues there, is that the people who are supposed to be analyzing the game of basketball, specifically everyone on TNT, I won't name names, but you can guess.
Chuck?
And a couple people on ESPN as well, are just very disingenuous, and I'll tell you why. They say things that lets me know they actually don't watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get on their big old platform either at halftime, after the game, or in, morning slots, depending on where they're working. And they'll say things like, and I'm just going to use LeBron for an example. They talk a lot about other players as well, but I'm using LeBron for an example. This won't work because LeBron is ball dominant and he needs the ball. Okay. If you've watched a single Lakers game, you will know that the primary ball handler for the Lakers right now is Austin Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that is bringing up the ball up the court, and he's the one that's initiating a lot of the offense. And you might be thinking, well, why does LeBron average more assists than if he's the primary ball handler? Because they run actions with LeBron as a playmaker at the top of the post. So Austin Reeves will bring the ball up, initiate the play by giving the ball to LeBron in the post, and then LeBron will make passes out of the post or shots or whatever. So the offense, while it still runs through LeBron, it doesn't mean that it's ball-centric for LeBron.
Right.
LeBron, when he's played with Austin Reeves, when he's played with Russell Westbrook, when he's played with Kyrie Irving, when he's played with D. Wade, when he's played with literally anybody you can think of who's actually good at basketball, he's been very complimentary to them. He will base his game around them. You may think, well, LeBron just ball dominant. You probably have only seen LeBron in 2018 when he was playing with a bunch of Walmart employees. And no disrespect to any Walmart employees because these guys on the Cavs were just not very good at basketball.
They were terrible, man. I don't know how
So
they got that far.
LeBron had to do everything for that offense. He had to. You will see LeBron handle the ball the least he has since his Miami Heat days. You want to know why? Because LeBron's not an idiot, and he knows he's 40. Luka's in his prime, and it's time to hand the keys of the offense to Luka. This is interesting. I heard a lot of people say this. I didn't really think about this. This is probably the first time in LeBron's life ever playing basketball ever in any organized fashion, from when he was a youngster playing on the blacktop to middle school, when he was dunking in 7th grade, to high school, to NBA, all the way till now. This is the first time he's ever not been the best player on his team. Period. Some of you might say, well, I think AD was better. I don't. I never thought AD's ever been better than LeBron. LeBron's always been the closer. Anyways, this is the first time in his career that he's ever not been the best player. And the fact that it took the 25-year-old phenom superstar to finally make the 40-year-old LeBron not the best player on his team is testament to how great LeBron is. But still, this team, guys, JJ Redick's not stupid. This is not Darvin Ham, guys. I feel bad. I feel gross for even saying his name. Hold on. I got to take a drink. I got to wash that name out of my mouth. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's not that guy. JJ Redick's going to have set plays. They're going to get Luka very comfortable in this offense. It's going to be fine. So can everyone on these TV shows saying this is not going to work watch basketball for 5 minutes, please? That's all I ask. Watch 5 minutes of a Lakers game. Watch the Clippers game. Look how beautifully LeBron moves without the ball. The give and goes, the pick and rolls. The Luka and LeBron pick and roll is going to be disgusting.
It's over, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be disgusting because you're going to have Luka handling the ball off of a LeBron pick, LeBron cutting, and Austin Reeves chilling in the corner. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Have 3 prime Kawhis out on the floor at all times?
It's not gonna happen.
That's not happening. You're cooked.
Yeah.
Watch what happens. LeBron's doing give and goes with Shake Milton right now. And frying the Clippers, and frying the Knicks, and frying the Celtics.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to happen with Luka? Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. I think this will kind of help, LeBron too. I mean, kind of, prolong like his career as well. He won't have to.
He said he would.
He won't have to go 110,000% every single game to to work really hard, because he has someone who he can rely on. And it'll be a sad day when it happens, but when LeBron retires, they'll have Luka to still pick up the slack.
Yeah.
They're not going to be scrambling to find someone good to I mean, don't want to use the word replace, but to
carry on that mantle.
Yeah. I think this was huge for the Lakers to get Luka.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
How it happened is beyond me, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to happen this way, but it did. But guys, genuinely, if you guys watch LeBron play the last couple games, he might be able to play till he's 50. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
We are so desensitized to what he's doing. Guys, I have a friend in church. His dad just turned 40. LeBron is in the NBA looking like he played in the last week or a week and a half. They played the Celtics, the Knicks, and the Clippers, all playoff teams. Obviously, the Celtics and Knicks are very good in the East. The Clippers are good. LeBron looked like the best player on the floor in all 3 of those games. Yeah. We're talking superstars on the Celtics, champions on the Clippers and on the Celtics, and young phenoms on the Knicks. And LeBron looked better than all of them. It's actually absurd what he's doing.
Yeah.
And we're not giving it the credit it deserves because it's LeBron.
Yeah.
He's 40 and he's played this game his entire life, and he's 22 years in the NBA. He has more minutes played than anyone, more mileage on his body than anyone. He is a physical, genetic freak we will never see again, ever.
Absolutely.
Nah, but you know what? People never give him credit. Nobody ever will.
No.
It can be locally. It can be here in 806.
Anyone. Anywhere. It
I
could
mean,
be
I give him
anywhere.
credit. I give him credit. Nick gives. I think we're the only probably since us three, Shannon and Nick Wright can give us him credit. Other than that, nobody really
And,
does.
and I won't stop. And if you guys, yeah,
Same.
there's a couple of people who watch who might not like to hear much I talk about LeBron. I'm sorry, but womp womp. That's all I have to say. Because every other place I go to, I got to hear crap about, oh, LeBron won't work, LeBron this, LeBron that, MJ's better, blah, blah. So if they get to do that, I get to talk about how great LeBron is on our podcast, ours. Okay? So if
Yeah.
you don't like it, you can go watch 5 minutes of a show somewhere else and they'll talk about, oh, look, Michael Jordan would never, blah, blah, like, I just can't stand it, bro. I can't stand it.
That was crazy.
And-
Hey guys, real quick, guys. Dennis Rodman got traded to by Will Purdue, a white bum. No one knows who he is no more. Jordan Pippen wanted him because
Yeah.
they needed someone that needed help. And without Dennis Rodman on that team, they ain't getting those rings because that year part of that, people don't want to say this. People don't want to say this. In his prime, Jordan in his prime, got bounced out second round. Second round against the Orlando Magic with the Horace Grant on his team and Shaq on his team too. But you know what? This is LeBron James though. They'll discredit him no matter what. It can be locally in Amarillo, Lubbock, and whatever it is. It can be in the national media. They'll never get this guy credit.
All I'm saying is, MJ fans, y'all are lucky Penny Hardaway was injury prone. I'm just gonna leave that there. We'll talk about that some other time. We could talk about. I already smell the comments section. I already smell it. So we're gonna move on from that. Do you guys think there's gonna be any other major trades that will be happening, or have we seen? Because the deadline is tomorrow.
Yeah.
The deadline's tomorrow. I believe it's at. Let me get the exact time. But it is tomorrow. At 2 p.m. Central Time. So, have we seen everything, or is there still some moves to be made?
I don't think anybody's safe though.
No.
I think I will say about what Stephen A. No, not Stephen A. What Brian Windhorst said. Brian Wendy, in my opinion, I think Wendy should have been the insider, but you know what? I'm not talking about Shams right now. Wendy made a point that the ownership and management and front office is probably slipped their foot down, probably saying like, you know what? I'm the owner of the team. I'm a GM of the team, and I'm going to trade you no matter what. You can be the best player in the league. You can be the GOAT. You can be whatever it is, whatever you are. No one's safe here in this league, and I know the NBA is more like they kind of control the front office a little bit. The superstars do. And I think the GM and the front management overall teams put their foot down on the Sunday at 12 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing back to LeBron real quick. I'm leaving about that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar didn't do anything for 9 years either without Magic. But you know what? Let's not go there right now. Let's go back.
We could have we could probably have a series just talking about LeBron, to be honest. Just there's a lot to talk about. But yeah, I'm not sure. I know that there's major talks around Brandon Ingram. We'll see what happens there. We'll see if the Lakers make another move or not. But yeah, I think most of the major trades have happened. So
Yeah.
From everything that I've seen, I wouldn't put it past another crazy trade to come out.
yeah, that is true. There's very few safe players in the league. This is going to be a funny list, but these are the safe players.
Curry.
Curry, Wemby, Giannis, LeBron. You might be saying, "Oh, LeBron is not safe." Shut up. He has no trade clause. He literally can't get traded unless he wants to. So shut your mouth. Jeez, I could see it already.
I can see it too, man.
I could just see it. He literally can't get traded.
I already heard it for someone I work with. So go ahead.
If he doesn't want to get traded, he won't. And another name, Bradley Beal, who also has a no trade clause.
Oh,
He
yeah,
can't get traded unless he wants to. There's 2 players in the league with a no trade clause: LeBron James and Bradley Beal. Anyways, Jokic and just SGA, sure, whatever. You could throw him in there too. That's literally it. That's the list.
And
That's
Jason
the
Tatum.
list. Bro, I'd trade Jason Tatum for a bag of chips. That's just me. Anyways,
I mean,
yeah, the NBA's been crazy. It's been exciting, really fun. I'm excited to see these games with all these, I just this playoffs, man. The West is so crazy now, man.
It's
The
open.
West is an absolute. It's open, but there's so many good teams, so many good players. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, we're gonna move on to a couple other topics here before we wrap this thing up. So if you guys watched, my boy Rory finally pulled out a win at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. I haven't seen him play that good in a long, long time. I was able to watch the final round. I wasn't able to watch any of the other rounds, but I was able to watch the final round. And man, he looked good. He looked so dialed. Oh man, I was just waiting because I'm so scarred by this man that I was just waiting and waiting in that 4th round. I was like, he's gonna choke, he's gonna choke. And then on the back 9, he goes birdie, birdie, eagle, birdie, pars the rest, wins by 2. He looks so dialed. His putter looked great. His wedges, his irons, his driver. Guys, this is crazy. He averaged 335 yards per drive that week. It was like 20 more yards than the second on the list. And I don't even know. It's just some dude I've never heard of. I have no idea. I don't even know who it was. And it was just, man, he looked really good. That's really good because if he's able to peak at the right time, he might be able to get his coveted green jacket. But we'll see. He looked great. I mean, were you guys able to watch any of that or look at the highlights?
Yeah,
I watched all 4 rounds of this tournament. Rory McIlroy had a hole-in-one, second hole-in-one in his career. And I will tell you this: while watching this guy, reminded me of the run he had in 2022 at the last bit of the season. He had it winning the FedEx Cup, and then before winning the BMW Championship, he looked solid.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this is his year. I hope this is his year to win a green jacket.
Man,
that'd be awesome.
If that happens, man, in my opinion, there might be a top 2 tournament I've ever a comeback ever behind Tiger Woods in 2019.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. He looked really good. There were some pretty big names in this field. You had guys like Scotty Scheffler was there. The Colin Morikawa. Like, just think of a big name: Tommy Fleetwood, Adam Scott. They were all there. And it was Pebble Beach. Pebble Beach was playing extremely rough in the second round. In particular, the winds were whipping like crazy. Rory was able to go 2 under in that very, very difficult round. But yeah, it looked good. He looked really good. I was very happy with that. So
yeah,
I was very happy with that. But I think he could win a major. I do.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
I think
agree.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Especially if he plays like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we did see Scotty there. It was his first tournament back since he cut his hand. I was wondering, I was like, man, Scotty's was so good last year, especially in tournaments like this, like, just smaller tournaments. He won 2 majors, but like actually technically he only won 1, but since he won the Players Championship, which a lot of people consider the 5th major, I just said it just because it's a lot of money you win. But he looked great last year. I feel like he's just kind of like coming back into form from that hand injury, so I think he's going to be fine. So,
yeah, that was a hard sport, man. I don't know how Tiger Woods did it for that long.
Yeah, Golf's very, very hard. Golf is very, very hard.
I mean, he's still tied for 9th on his first tournament back. So
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. It was Pebble Beach is playing tough. He's going to be fine, but we'll see. We will see. I'm excited for that. The Waste Management Open is happening this week. I believe it actually starts tomorrow. So that'll be fun. That's a really, really cool. That's a cool course. That's TPC Scottsdale. TPC Scottsdale. That's where Tiger Woods had that hole in one back in the 90s when it was that was like a coming out party for Tiger Woods, but really cool course. I'm just looking at the field here. I don't see anybody. Who's the favorite to win this tournament? Not Ryan Palmer, I'll tell you that much.
Ryan Palmer's playing?
Yeah, he is. He's playing.
Wow.
I don't see.
I've seen him playing since 2014, bro.
I actually
10.
don't see a big, super big names here. I'm surprised. Is Hideki playing? He must be the favorite. He is the favorite. Hideki's the favorite to win.
Scheffler too. Scotty Scheffler.
Oh, Scotty is? I don't even see Scotty. If Scotty's playing, Scotty's going to be the
Ricky Fowler.
Oh yeah, plus 280. Okay, yeah. So Scotty is the favorite to win that.
Ryan Palmer's actually playing this game. Oh my god.
I told you. He's actually playing.
As well as his World Cup too.
This will be a good chance for Scotty to bounce back. In the FedEx Cup, as currently it stands, Sepp Straka's first, Hideki Matsuyama's second, Rory's third in the FedEx Cup standings. Obviously, it's very, very early in the FedEx Cup season, so these numbers are just gonna change like crazy. So, but we'll see.
Hideki's gonna win it. I call it.
The Waste Management.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Alrighty. Cool.
I'm gonna be watching it too.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if you guys saw the news. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel now. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel for news. But if you guys watch any golf on YouTube, any golf at all, you probably have heard the channel name Good before. They're a golf YouTube channel, and they actually bought stake in a TGL team, LA Golf Club. That's Colin Morikawa's team. That's pretty big news. That if you're into that whole YouTube golf scene, this is a big deal and I think it's actually really good for the PGA because if you guys saw last week, Rick Shields, another massive golf YouTuber, announced he's a content creator for Live Golf.
I saw that.
So he announced that. So that was like, whew, man. But then Good goes into a TGL team, buys stake into that. So they're going to be associated with the TGL. I think that'll help boost TGL's ratings. I think it's good for the PGA. What do you guys think?
Yeah. So by buying stake, are you going to play?
No, they can't play. They just own part of the team.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Good for Good. They're making a lot of money now. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I think I like Good a lot. I miss seeing Micah and Grant on that YouTube squad. That's when it was at its peak, in my opinion. It's still good. I can't stand on one guy, probably, but other than that, everybody else is really good too. I like Garrett. Garrett, like that guy, he's spoken up like crazy, man. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. At 17 years old, he joined like Good, and then he's like probably the leader of Good. Without Garrett, there is no Good whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to see. I mean, I think it's awesome for them. I mean, people start YouTube, and for them to make it all the way to. I don't know if you guys saw, but they actually there's 4 players who were sponsored with Good now. They sponsored some pros.
They sponsor a couple pros.
Yeah, which I mean, let's see.
Joel Damon. I know Joel Damon's one of them.
Joel Damon, Michael Block, John Pack, Bo Hostler and Willie Mack the third.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they signed 4 people with their brand, and now they wear their brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their brand's pretty expensive. I tried buying one. I think
Yeah.
Sporting Goods in
Yeah.
Virginia.
I mean, they even have their
So
own. They even have their own line of putters.
I know I
They're
saw that.
they have
Yeah,
their
with
own
Callaway.
Callaway.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean they've come a long way, and I think this is huge for them to,
it's huge.
have an opportunity like this to buy into this. But I think they're gonna keep going up from here. I mean
Yeah,
I enjoy watching them.
Yeah.
me too. Me too.
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
just can't stand Bobby sometimes. He's like annoying sometimes. But you know what? So he's cool, but he can be annoying. But yeah, good to good. I like good a lot. How much your polos are at Dig Sporting Goods? A polo itself is $150. They're hats for $50.
Cheaper than Sunday Red.
Yeah.
People buy it though.
I mean, I'll
Yeah.
buy it. I mean, Madeline wouldn't buy it for me, but I said, "Can you buy this for me?" She's like, "No." I said, "Okay."
I don't blame her.
I was kind of sad, but you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Breaking news, actually. 14 minutes ago, the Raptors traded for Brandon Ingram. I
Wow.
was literally just talking about this, and it happened. So the New
Going.
Orleans Pelicans have traded Brandon Ingram to the Raptors for Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, 1 first-round pick, and 1 second-round pick. So,
Wow.
that's an interesting trade. I don't think that the Raptors are much better at all, and I think the Pelicans are just as bad. So,
Yep.
there goes that. The Raptors are not tanking for Cooper Flag, which is interesting, and
I would have.
the Pelicans are. So there you go. There you go. But one more thing before we leave here, guys. Of course, we got to talk about it. The most underhyped, underwhelming Super Bowl matchup ever. Nobody's talking about it. The Super Bowl's in 4 days, and my feed hasn't even mentioned it once. I don't know if that's because of who's playing or because of what's happened in the NBA. But nonetheless, that's what's happening. The Super Bowl is on Sunday, guys, in case y'all were wondering. We haven't really talked about this yet, but we'll go over who we think is going to win this game. So, yeah, Trey, if you want to go ahead and break down your Super Bowl pick here.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go for your Chiefs. I'm gonna say something real quick about the Chiefs real quick. I want you to hear the stat. So Patrick Mahomes, down by 10 points, is undefeated in the fourth quarter. Patrick Mahomes in game-winning drives. He's undefeated as well. Inside a dome and door stadium, undefeated as well. Here's the deal. I know Eagles are a better team overall. Same time though, I don't trust Sirianni. I don't trust Jalen Hurts in the big game. They beat a rookie team in the championship and against the Washington Commanders. And I saw CMC kind of had the same season as he had last year. If he didn't get hurt and Achilles, I don't know. He probably would have had a 2,000 yard season the way he was playing last year. But this is new season though. Saquon Barkley is a baller. Don't get me wrong, but same time though, I trust Spags defense over the offense of the Eagles. I think Chris Jones is gonna be unstoppable. Chris Jones, in my opinion, is a Hall of Famer by far. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And Patrick Mahomes, his first NFL career, he's only his first 7 years in the NFL. Been in 5 AFC Championship games, and no 5 Super Bowls and 7 AFC Championship games. So Chiefs winning this game, and yeah, I got Chiefs.
All righty. Jaden, who you got?
I also have the Chiefs. I mean, I've had them winning for the entire season. So I'm standing firm on it. Um, I mean, regardless, I still think it's going to be a close game because one, the Eagles are a good team, and two, it's the Chiefs playing, so it's almost always a close game when they play. So, but yeah, I mean, like Trey said, Saquon Barkley, can't count him out for sure. If he turns up, they have the Eagles just as well have a very good chance at winning the game. But, yeah, I have the Chiefs winning. I think, a three-peat would be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got the Chiefs.
Alrighty. Well, I know better than to pick against the dark magic having, witchcraft, lots of spells being casted Kansas City Chiefs. So yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs. It'll happen where it's close all game. There's a weird call. Mahomes does a backflip, fumbles the ball. The ball bounces. He sprains his ankle. It actually snaps off. Then he casts a spell to put it back on. While this is happening, the ball bounces off of Taylor Swift's head and it lands into Kelsey's arms for the game-winning touchdown. And then he proposes to her on the field and announces his retirement. I already read the script, guys. I know how this goes. So the Chiefs are going to win because that's just what happens.
Do you think Andy Reid will retire?
No, he already said he's not retiring.
Okay, thank God. I said the same thing to people, but you know what?
He said he's coming back. I do think if the Chiefs win, that Travis Kelce will announce his retirement at the same time. He's gonna propose to Taylor Swift and then announce his retirement. I genuinely think that's gonna happen if he
go
wins.
On tour with her.
And then I genuinely think that's gonna happen if they win. And so that's gonna be great. But I'm gonna pick them. Who knows? Maybe Saquon Barkley will be enough to combat the evil magic, but probably not. So, and I don't trust Jalen Hurts over Mahomes in a big game, so I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
I don't trust you, Ronnie. I don't trust.
But, that is in 4 days. So we will see very soon. We will see very, very soon. So, but yeah, guys, that kind of wraps it up. There's no college football and no actual games in football, so there's not as much to talk about as of right now. But obviously, the NBA is ramping up big time. We'll have lots of playoff stuff to talk about soon. We'll have that horrible All-Star game to talk about soon too. So, but nevertheless, we appreciate you guys joining us. We hope that you guys have a fantastic rest of your week and watch some basketball, watch some football on Sunday, and I hope you guys have a good one. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, because all that stuff helps us out very much.
And we may have a guest on Saturday.
We may have a guest on Saturday, may or may not. Every time we say that, we don't. So don't count on it. But who knows? Maybe this is the time that we'll actually get one.
Maybe we'll get lucky.
Maybe we'll get lucky. But
some of the Chiefs magic.
We'll get some of the Chiefs magic. We'll see what happens. But nevertheless, thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you guys next week or Saturday. But you'll see which one. So we'll see you guys later.
And quit disrespecting LeBron James.
He can't even talk.
Quit talking about LeBron James, all that, and all bad gun, all that stuff. But anyways,
You heard it. Quit. So we'll see you guys. Appreciate it.